Oh, hi. Long time no see. Is there too much roof? I feel like there's too much roof. Do you know what? Once upon a time, for many, many years, I used to come out of the cinema, sit in my car and talk about the film I'd just been to see. And then towards the end of last year, I got in my own head about putting stuff on TikTok and trying to be, I don't know what, some sort of TikTok sensation. I'm 44. I'm far too old to be a TikTok sensation. And I just stopped doing my reviews because I was like, oh, well, the light's not good, or I'll do it the following day. And all of what I felt made my reviews whimsical and wonderful went away. And I got behind. And then I just stopped. So the last film I reviewed for this channel was One Battle After Another, which I can tell you is definitely not the last film I saw in 2025. And now it's April of 2026. And here I am. So I'm back. And I'm going to talk about the drama because I've just been to see it. And wow, do I have some thoughts. The drama is the sort of film that you can't say a huge amount about. It has quite a big pivotal plot point early doors that the whole film hinges on. And to give that away would be to be Queen of Spoiler Town. And I don't live there. But I want to talk about it anyway. I shall endeavour to be concise, but, you know, it's me. So, the film is written and directed by a guy called, and I've just looked him up, Christopher Borgli, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, which I feel like I probably am. I apologise. Borgli. Borgli. Yeah, I just feel like I'm saying Mowgli, weirdly. But it's not, it's Borgli. Yeah, I probably should have looked up how to pronounce it, but never mind. He is Norwegian, and this is, well, I looked at what his other work was, and I've not heard of any of his other films, so I guess this is his, but I mean, it's definitely his biggest to date. So the story focuses on Emma and Charlie, played by Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, respectively, and they are running up to their wedding. They live in New York. They have a fabulous life and they are very much in love and they are getting hitched. And days before the wedding, they are having dinner, kind of like a trial dinner at their wedding venue with their closest friends, who are another married couple, Rachel and Mike. They've all had a lot of wine and they come to the topic of conversation, what's the worst thing you've ever done? And Mike and Rachel already know each other's. They reveal them to Emma and Charlie, and then Emma and Charlie have to reveal their own. And it's when it's Emma's turn that everything starts to unravel, because what she admits to is shocking, and it is really shocking. And that then has repercussions throughout the rest of the film. And like I say, I can't talk about what the thing is. I don't know if it's out there in the world. I certainly didn't know before I went in, or maybe I had an inkling, but yeah, it's really important. If you go in not knowing what that is, it would be better. This film is like watching a car accident in slow motion. It is painful and uncomfortable, but also completely gripping and really darkly funny. And yeah, like, hats off, because it's an uncomfortable watch, but it's absolutely riveting at the same time. And I think a large amount of that is down to the two central performances of Zendaya as Emma and Robert Pattinson as Charlie. And I will talk about him and just say, you know, I tip my hat to him, or I would if I was wearing one, because he was, what's his face? What's he called? It's gone out my head. Who is he in Goblet of Fire? Kill the Spare. What's his name? How have I forgotten that character's name? Is it because I'm just trying to erase everything to do with Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling from my brain? Honestly, I can't remember his name. Cedric Diggory. There we go. He was in there somewhere. So the first time we all saw him, he was Cedric Diggory, and we went, oh, he's handsome. And then he was dead. And then he was Edward Cullen in Twilight. And that obviously rocketed him to, like, mega stardom. But kind of in the same way as although Dan Radcliffe, not the same heartthrobby vibes. No offence, Dan Radcliffe. He's a bonny lad. But there's a certain burden that comes with finding your fame through a massive franchise. And for both Radcliffe and for Pattinson, it's like, I either never do anything else again, or I do exactly the same thing for the rest of my career, or I go anywhere I want to. And off the back of Twilight, I would say Robert Pattinson has definitely done that, and he's been in some really weird and unusual films, and he's been in some really gritty stuff. There's no vanity about him, and he really throws himself in. So he's playing a Brit here. He's not, obviously his accent work is very good, but Charlie's a British character. He's quite awkward and British and raw, and I just think, like, yeah, he's a really, really good actor. I absolutely loved him as the Batman, as well as Bruce Wayne and Batman in Matt Reeves' The Batman a few years ago, more than a few years ago now, and I know we're getting a sequel, which I'm really excited about. And then Zendaya is just, you cannot take your eyes off her. And this, I guess, in performance, this is closest to her performance in Challengers, which I thought she was really good in. She is a brilliant dramatic actress. She's obviously stunning to look at, but it feels so reductive to comment on her beauty, but it is inescapable. But yeah, she's got this real vulnerability, and this there's a darkness to her, and even though the thing that she admits to having done, or nearly done, is so shocking, I was still kind of rooting for her and rooting for them. And you're watching it thinking, these people should not be getting married, man. This is, the whole idea is, how well do you really know the person you're in love with? Is there a skeleton in their closet? Or is there something about them? What is the thing that they could tell you that would make you think, actually, I can't be with you anymore? What is the darkest thing that a person could confess to that you would, you know, is that, where is your deal-breaking point? Those two are excellent. The supporting cast around them are good. It's very well shot. I like the pacing of it. I feel like I comment on pacing a lot, but it's important to me. The more I lean into my ADHD, the more I realise that something has to hold my attention. Otherwise, I will fidget and get bored. And I wasn't bored during this. I was gripped. So yeah, absolutely fascinating. Did make me laugh in certain places. Made me very uncomfortable in others. And I'm really, really glad I've been to see it. I nearly didn't bother. It's been a couple of weeks now. My daughter went to see it the other night with her friend. The same night I went to watch Stand By Me, my favourite film of all time. And I was going to let this one pass me by. And I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to go and see it. And I'm really glad I have. It is not a fun watch, but it is an absolutely fascinating one. And I would recommend it if you like your cinema edgy and uncomfortable. Okay, thanks for watching. It's good to be back. Katie out.